So, Epico, how many can I do? 2, 3, 10? Okay, so the first one, blinded by love. Holding up her little gadget, the eye doctor stares into my pupils. Dazzling lights pierce through the lenses of my blurry vision. She whispers conspiratorially, "Don't tell anyone I told you so, but the cataract in your left eye is shaped like a love heart." At my surprise, and just in case I haven't understood, she traces out a curving shape in the air with her hands. I trust her. I mean, she's poking her fingers in my eyes. Plus, she wears red high heel shoes. Imagine that, I reply. Blinded by love. What a metaphor. And as we laugh out loud together, a sudden unspoken exchange of unshared secrets, I think of you, or perhaps a warning. And the second one, I think you're allowed to clap after I finish. Unless it wasn't worth clapping for. So the second one is called Crevassed Visage. She said thank you when she left. Always polite, she is. Did you think it's appreciation for that lackluster hotel cuisine? Nah, not this time. But absolutely yes, for the surprise gift that desire is not time-bound, and the delightfully shocking realization that gray hair, a crevassed visage, and a lost waistline are not perhaps the impediment society may too often assume. Thank you very much. Clap for our hostess.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Round of applause one more time for Aduke Gomez. Like I like to say, she's a Nigerian goddess. Don't you agree? Hey, but your yeses. Don't you agree? Maybe I can give pressure, so be ready for me. Next up, we have Paul Pinnock. And Paul is a poet who is Jamaican and English. Paul, where are you? Where's Paul? Paul, can you hear us? He's coming? Can we see Paul? Who has seen Paul? Paul, are you there? I'm hearing yes, but is it Paul's wife or Paul's girlfriend or, who's saying yes on Paul's behalf? All right, I think we'll find Paul. But it's Babs here. Babs Gons. So let's bring Babs up here. She's the poet laureate of the Netherlands. Some serious poetic magic on this stage.
Thank you. Until 1 minute ago, I didn't know I was going to be up here, but I love surprises. Yeah. So, how y'all doing? Yeah? Oh, yeah, that's even better. Even though it's okay, actually. This sounds good. Does it? Yeah. Okay, this poem needs a little introduction. I'm from the Netherlands, and we have a big problem in the Netherlands. And the problem is femicide. And it's been a long time coming before we even use the word femicide. We've been marching the street because of it. And then I wrote this a couple of years ago. It's called If You Have Never Walked in Her Shoes. If you have never walked in her shoes, never cycled in the dark with your keys between your fingers, an extra large hoodie over your dress, your high heels exchanged for sneakers so you can pedal home as fast as possible through the night. If you have never walked in her shoes, don't know how exhausting it is to have eyes and ears over your whole body, the hairs in your neck warning you like alarm bells when you need to make a quick getaway, always making a mental calculation what time you have to be somewhere, when you have to leave, and if you get there just in time, not to run in the park, not in the dark, avoiding groups, never losing sight of your drink. If you have never walked in her shoes, don't know what it's like to avoid eye contact, to pretend to be on the phone, to walk with more confidence, to keep a can of hairspray up your sleeve, to keep an eye via shop windows on who's following you, make a detour so your pursuer doesn't see where you live, only sometimes to face the greatest danger in your own home. It's often someone you know. If you have never stood in her shoes, don't know the feeling of not being able to breathe because someone suddenly locks a door or a taxi takes an unexpected turn. If you don't know what it's like to be in her shoes, don't know what it feels like not to be listened to, not to be believed, not to be helped, to start a new day, the following morning, the fresh wounds, the damage invisible under your clothes, your skin, getting through the day with a smile, then don't ever tell her what she should do, what she must wear, that she would have to give birth, or how she should behave, how to move, when to speak, how she her body, how she her life, but teach the world to love her. So much she no longer needs to look over her shoulder, so much she can dance when she wants, go where she wants, just let the world start to love her with all their heart. Thank you. Is it, I'm doing another one? Another one? Okay. Oh, I was so caught by surprise. I was having a beer in the back. Yes. Okay. You know, these days, it's all about language, how we use language, how we address each other, how we find each other in language. A language that keeps reflecting where new times grow new words, where words that no longer suffice or have lost their word and weight are scraped away like dead skin cells with a sisal glove from the dictionary pages. How do I want my language? I want my language to leave room for interpretation, where you don't know whether you're listening to a love poem, a lullaby, or the comforting words of someone close to your heart. I want a language where every new love comes with a new vocabulary, where the old grammar leaves together with the ex-lover. A language where a word exists for an unexpected, tender gesture from a stranger, with 100 words for hospitality. A language like a guest house, with words as hosts that welcome you after a long journey, offering you a meal without hesitation, a language full of attention. A language so full of attention and intent, where we learn to say Dostoevsky, de Beauvoir, and Tchaikovsky as easily as Fatima Abuluwafa and Zoe Konomu, where LGBTQIA+ no longer causes giggles. A language where you ask, without much ado, how would you like to be addressed? How would you like your pronouns? He, she, they, them, just like we once learned our prepositions in, on, at, from, between, and by, where there's no closet to come out of, because this language has no doors, only windows looking out onto an ever-changing landscape. A language that says, come, without borders, where everyone may set foot on the ground in their own accent, and every accent means someone is home in more than one tongue. like a museum of the living, where history is told from the minds of all who lived it. Language as the world's family group chat. A language that doesn't exclude people with a single word but honors them, learns from them. Let the folds in their skin teach us like rings of age in a tree, of silence, of gestures, of arms, of eyes, of distance, of skin, air, earth, of bones that speak louder than a language as a plea, a prayer, a call for humanity, a language that says, come, speak, tell, be silent in your own words. Bye-bye, thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we can do better than that. For Babs Gons, Poet Laureate of the Netherlands. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Babs. I owe you another beer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing it back to Ghana for the moment. And it is my pleasure to invite Kofi Jogbewu to the stage. He's no stranger to Peja. He's been volunteering for many years of this festival. Please, let's keep the round of applause coming as Kofi Jogbewu takes the stage. Oh, he's coming, he's coming. You know, he's shifting from his volunteer hat where he's carrying pull-up banners to get onto the stage and put his persona together. Is he coming? No? What's the problem? Oh, he's engaged. All right. Is Hola Ataje here? Hola Ataje. Is Hola here? No? Okay. Is Poetivist here? Is Poetivist here? Hey, where are all the okay, there he is. Round of applause for Poetivist. And Poetivist, when you come, I think you need to start by telling us why you have that name. Not many people I know, but not everybody knows. Please, Poetivist, and he's adorned in a pink ribbon in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Very important. Oh, thank you. Albert, can I use this? Okay, hello. Yeah, hello. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I am supporting a good cause. Yeah. Yes, my name is Poetivist. I am performing a poem from my album that will come out on the 7th of November. So this poem is the third poem on the album. It's titled Interlude to Grief. I wrote it on behalf of a brother figure who committed suicide. And so there are 13 poems that sought to reflect on the memory of him and all the people I have met in life. So watch out for it. On the 7th of November, the album will be out. So this poem is titled Interlude to Grief. An interlude to grief to a distant relative. I am a fool to believe this rose ashes to heaven, but I will send it to thy grave anyway. For somehow I do not want this pain to die with me, like how you lowered life into your truth back in the sun and faded into eternity. I know you will never get to hear this, but I will write it anyway. The day you died, a part of us decided to part with us. We cultivate eulogies as lemonades to see life through, and from your solitude have we known death always hurt more than the first time. They say, perhaps you have become our familiar cemetery. I know you will never get to hear this. Your sister assumes the dark that brought you to your knees has fallen where you are, and you are willing to survive in the unknown. It is your father. It is your father who is troubled. A name of you makes him crumble. He and I and all of us hope recklessly. You didn't lie to yourself going by this way to have your peace of mind. But why put life in your own hands the day of the Lord? Was heaven willing you on? Every morning your memories turn a year old. Are you holding on there? Good for you. Are you yourself? Or do you wish to wear this life a little longer? Maybe heaven is cruel and earth is benevolent. Do you wish to wear this life a little longer? Maybe heaven is cruel and earth is benevolent. Ife. Another night, once upon another night, I had a friend whose name left strangely. He said, life is drunk with death and in excess. It takes courage to breathe at the shores of earth. And you notice by the barrier waiting by everyone, how we cross the sun before we become something with our memories. At a time we have fallen higher than grave and heard no more at rooms our names laid further. So Ife, I have learned from time to hold our memories and roses between my tongue, that I drown you not and I like this country. I really will call you somewhere, not when I am blue beside the void. So Ife, pray I never become a coward who will lay me down without a man, knowing it takes courage to breathe at the shores of earth. Another night, once upon another night, I had a friend and his name left strangely. He said, don't let life tear you piece by piece by piece by piece as it has been on me. For to love is to grieve, is to remember, even when your tears cannot come through my grave. Ife, thank you.
Thank you so much, Poetivist.
Yes, the album will come out on November 7th, so watch out for it.
But Poetivist, tell us why you have your name.
Why I have my name?
Yes, why Poetivist?
Okay, so my name, Poetivist, was coined from two words, activism and poet. Yeah, so I'm just combining poetry with, as an activist, and I write poems on social issues, and I also write poems on grief, loss, and family trauma. So today we didn't do politics, we did social issues. So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Poetivist. Thank you so much. And clearly, he's doing some activism for Pink October. So he's still on brand. Congratulations, thank you. Another round of applause for him. Now, I told you it's a mixed bag. Some poets you see on the stage, others you see on the screen. And so we are going to Suriname. We've had a heavy dose of Suriname at Peja this year. That makes me really happy. So, round of applause. It's Curaçao. Nanayao. Nanayao. You deceived me, and I'll let everybody know that you deceived me. So we're going to Curaçao, and we have Kati Kai, poet from Curaçao. Round of applause. Okay, looks like we're having a technical issue. Is it a sound issue? It's muted? Okay. She is. Has she been prompted? Kathy, if you can hear us, you're muted. Kathy, are you there? Still muted? Still muted. Okay, in that case, round of applause for technology. I mean, with all the talk of AI, why are we still dealing with this? You know? Anyway, is there anyone here who has a poem that they'd like to share? You're not on the bill, but there's something that is stirring within you and you'd like to share. Perhaps you'd even just like to test the stage. It could be for the very first time. Anyone here like that? All right, round of applause for the lady. Please come up. Please come up. Please keep clapping for her until she gets here. Hey, she's not here yet, too. Woo! All right. Hello, milady. What's your name?
My name is Dora Globe. Does it sound familiar?
No, I know who you are. They don't. Yes, so please, the mic is yours. Round of applause for her.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Dora. Martin happens to be my brother. So my poem is...
Hang on, do they know who Martin is? You know? Okay, I'll tell you later.
So my poem is entitled, I Love You. I love you. I love you too. 3 simple words. Easy to say, easy to use. Spoken through the lips of a cuddly, bubbly baby. Drools with joys untold. I love you. 3 most abused words. Simple but complicated. What do these words mean, really? I like you. I care about you. I respect you. I like your physical appearance. I want to live the rest of my life with you. I desire physical union with you. I love you. 3 most confused words. Do they mean something emotional? Do they mean something psychological? Something physical? Do you have to think it to feel it, or feel it to know it? I love you. 3 of the most sang about words. Is it a statement of fact, a pronouncement of a decision, or a feeling you feel when you feel a feeling you've never felt before? I love you. 3 powerful words that can make, change, break, build, unite, disperse, confuse, perfuse, hold, halt, and heal. I love you. 3 simple words. I love you.
And I think we love you. Thank you, Dora. Thank you so much. Thank you. Or you're addicted to the mic. You want to share one more? Yeah. One more? One more? Yes, one more. Over to you.
So I'll need my sheets right on top of my bag. Yes. Thank you. This one is quite short. All right. That kind of friend. That kind of friend who's never tired of me. That kind of friend who will always stand up for me. That kind of friend who wants me to be my best and to do the best. That kind of friend who will take what they want without fear or shame and when push comes to shove, will always defend my name. That kind of friend who is always excited to see me fly, whose spirit crumbles to see me sigh. That kind of friend who pushes me to the limit until I know the good in me. Who peels off the layers until the true motives lay bare. That kind of friend who challenges me against the odds to dare. That kind of friend who's not afraid to tell the truth to my face and still stay by my side as I grieve my fate. That kind of friend who laughs at all times. Will you be that kind of friend to me? Thank you.
Thank you, Dora. And Dora Eglogbe is the sister of Martin Eglogbe, who is co-director, co-founder of the Writers Project of Ghana, who of course organized the Peja Literary Festival in Accra. All right, next up. So we have, even though we couldn't seem to get Kati Key on the video, Our Lady from Curacao, we do have a video that she pre-prepared because she preempted possible technical challenges in the digital world that we live in. And so let's take that performance all the way from Curacao. Round of applause for Kati Key.
Não que nos pega sonho. Sem tanta cabeça. Até quando não passa trapa, assim vai. Será um garolo, pero queda alerta para o grupo. Não que nos dormir, perde arriba, l'ubidà a differenza entre dormir, talanta e morto. Dormir quieto. Não me estressar com nossa. Turisting, sonhar doce, sonhar grande, sonhar bonito. Não bisa não como abisabo que grande não do mundo que não se dorme. Aunque não que não sonha, não que nos pega sonho. Dorme sem lanta cabeça, tapete para não passar trapa, assim vai. Será um garolo, pero queda alerta para bom dormir. Não que nos dormir, perde arriba l'ubidà a differenza entre dormir, talanta e morto. Dormir quieto. Não me estressar com nossa. Turisting, sonhar doce, sonhar grande, sonhar bonita, sem pegar sonha. Para nós por dormir, lanta, e não lanta, dormir. De mundo que está ronca, te baba, dengueira, dormir, morto na sonha. Daqui tu mestre passa, ou marca linha e visa, te que não me tá suportar. Tu me rienda de bobida, tem lifeline, tempo man. Créeme, not choosing is still a choice. Bohera, tu linha nang interno, ta para vira jogo. Thread lines tangled in grief and memory. Loss não te requerir corta, amputa ou por sobreviver. And the line of battle bono por simply cut the line, pero por utilizar o bono te tem firing line. Misa, nos alanda para sempre nos fall in line, stay.
All right, round of applause. I don't know why is technology fighting us tonight? What did we do? Is it because artists are saying that AI is not fair and is that what it is? Well, round of applause for Katiki. I think you got a taste of her glory, and we do hope to have her in Accra 1 year during Peja. So next, I'm going to invite Nana Chito to the stage. Nana Chito, Yes. Isn't she glorious? She is, isn't she? Hey, no, but she's glorious. Clap for her, you know? Welcome.
Hello? Hello? Okay, this is Nana Chito. And may I caution, I do not perform alone. I'm a storyteller, or traditionally, you can say I'm a griot. But I normally perform with everyone else. So tonight, I am here unprepared. I will do what we call reading performance or reading theater. But may I please engage you small bit? Are you with me? I can hear some lovely voices. That means you can help me go like, we are going to knock on our doors, each other's doors. So, if I go, I go, I go. Can you join me? Can I hear you go? I go, I go. Nice, you're coming. Please, let's take it again because you are going to do the ago and I am going to dance. Do we agree? Do I have the dancer's body? You agree? Yeah. Okay, can I have us all on our feet? Please, please, thank you. I go, oh, I go. Please louder. I go, I go. Now let's talk a little bit. May we touch? Come on, may we touch? Deep touch to the mind and soul. Whoever, wherever you are from, right here together, side by side, in oneness. Let's go. I go, I go. I'm loving you already. It doesn't matter. The cobbler to the carpenter, the farmer to the doctor. It's all right. Right here, together, side by side, in oneness. I go, I go. Do I take off my shoe? The cook to the builder, to the educator, to the artist. It's all right here, together, side by side. May we go. I go. Here, in one voice of Mother Ada, Mother Earth, Asasia. It's all right here, together, side by side, in oneness. I go, like the sticks from the palm branch. We are joining into a broom, together, doing us one. Prayer, bakwa, we sweep away every negativity right here as we call out to humanity together, side by side, in unity. I go, I go, I go, I'll go. Together Together side by side like the broom, we do not break, do we? Broom together in oneness, we are stronger in shape, as better in action. Together side by side, we leave none behind, lest separation brings defeat. Together side by side, we broom on, sweeping away the hatred, sweeping away the insecurities, sweeping away the anger, frustration, sweeping away the sorrows. Oh, every pain be swept away. Yes, listen, in the voice of Gaia, my daughter, we knock at every door. I go, I go, I go, I go. We call on every race. Peja, I go, we call on all. I go, right here, together, side by side. The mastic will lay the fire in the name of Peja, fire. We do in oneness. I go. This is Nanachito.
Thank you. Another round of applause for Nana Chito, the griot, the storyteller. Oh, please, I think we can do better than that. Thank you, Nana. Nana Chito. So the program continues, and I'm going to invite another lady to the stage. Now, she and I share something in common. When she gets here, you understand why I'm saying that. Miss B, I need you here. She's coming. Round of applause for her. My sister in crazy hair. Oh, let's clap. She's almost here.
I didn't know. They didn't warn me. I've had 3 beers. I hope. Okie dokie. So yeah, because I wasn't aware, I asked my peeps at the back there. They said I should do Ode to Kiliwale. Is that fine? Good. Yes. Allora, dove? Where is my ode? Ode. Found. Okay, warning. Half of it, no. One sentence is in Spanish. So Kelewele is obviously for Ghanaians, we know what it is. For the foreigners, a spicy, ripe plantain. And we love it. We'll sell our souls for Kelewele, at least I would. I named my dog Kelewele. I think that tells you everything. But in Spanish, not proper Spanish, but it also means, what does it smell? Kelewele. Kelewele. What smells so good? Is that some incense or it's food? The night air answers, hot and sweet. It's Kelewele, our favorite treat. With ginger, clove, and hot peppers night, each golden mouthful is pure delight. The burning kiss of plantain's flame, Kelewele's joy, it earns its name. We gather round the roadside fire where silver trays serve hot desire. Each vendor guards their secret's name, yet all still spark a single flame. We stand in line beneath the night, our eyes reflect the fire's light. We talk, we wait, our cravings teased for spicy joy, all soaked in grease. And then at last, it's now my turn. For sweet and fiery bites, I yearn. I look at Auntie with a smile. Give 20, please. That will suffice. Some like it soft. Some like it crisp. Some like the heat that makes your lips hiss. But me, I crave my kale spicy, a mix of pleasure, fire, pain. I gently whisper to my kale, come melt inside my mouth again. Okay, the next one is, I'll look for the short ones. So this one I haven't read. It's called mascara or mascara, depending where you come from. So mascara is for the eyes, but mascara is actually a mask. Okay? From Timbuktu to Kathmandu, there's one thing that all people do. We hide behind our social masks to shield our pride, our face from dust. Some masks are meant to heal the soul, while others shield from curses too. Our wooden masks inspire fear, yet keep ancestors close and near. Across the oceans far away, another mask holds bright display. In Venice, known for silk and sin, where carnal nights of play begin, no spirit flight, no sacred rite, that mask's a lie, and truth runs dry. Mascara hides our cynic gaze, our lashes thick with borrowed praise. We paint, we gloss, we blend, we hide, a mask applied to boost our pride. Two worlds, two masks, yet still the same. We mask our wants, we mask our greed, we mask our love, we mask our need. We feign our friendship, we feign our care, we feign our smile, we feign our prayer. We hide our fear, we hide our shame, we hide our weakness, we hide our blame. And then, one day, death comes our way. The final call makes all masks fall. The truth will rise. The final mask unveils all lies.
B, I'm here. Thank you so much. Another round of applause. My sister in crazy hair.
My hair is not crazy.
How do you describe
My hair
it?
is exceptional.
It is exceptional. It is.
Yes.
It is
My hair
exceptional.
is bold.
It is bold.
It's brazen.
It is brazen.
It's beguiling.
It is beguiling.
Okay.
And it is damn sexy. Another round of applause for Miss B. And now, V, you know what? You bring out the worst in me. It's not good, though. It's not good. You bring out the worst in me. Yes. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to welcome Abigail to the stage. Round of applause for Abigail as she comes up. Woo! She's coming from the back. I can see her. Let's keep the applause going. Oh, the applause has stopped. Hey. People. Otherwise, I'll start calling people to the stage so that you know how, much cojones it takes to come up here. Round of applause for Abigail one more time.
to write, and something in me went away. And I took my pen and I wrote something. So let's see what I wrote. I have titled it The Burden of Blackness. I found myself studying abroad, and then I was told I was black, not Ghanaian. So indulge me on this one. This blackness is not a sin. This blackness does not stain. This blackness is not a flirtatious invitation for my erasure. This blackness is not a call to a crime scene. This blackness is tired of carrying the label of the invisible. This blackness is a discourse, a meditation, a living, and a ritual of reclamation. This blackness is not an imagination of a trampled rose needing a repair, This blackness is not an imagination. This blackness is not needing trembling hands to finesse and cajole it to my absolute dismemberment. How black should I be? This blackness is a consciousness that requires constant questioning. Am I black enough? I carry a skin that has tasted violence, the gazing that inflicts wounds that oozes like pus that only cotton from the fields can drink. The field that contains fluffy group of fiber who know the importance of togetherness for the cottonness to be achieved. That wage was more than the wrinkled and troubled hands that picked them. This blackness is a script you have read and have an interpretation that my blood cannot recognize. The owners of skins like mine are dead, and those living must live with the fear of a denial of a peaceful death. The skin is a representation of those ancestral voices hallowing in the place where freedom to breathe is not guarded nor guarded. Interpretation you assign no longer inflict wounds. Have I not walked in the valley of the shadow of death with arms open, seeking who might devour me peacefully? Is death not constantly walking with me to sleep, to the street, to the store, to everywhere breath exists? This blackness is not a call to a funeral where voices to sing dirges exist, or minds to write odes abound. This blackness knows that liberation of the soul is my undoing, and that liberation is my utter erasure. A nation that minds and souls liberating is a death that will gasp in pain. This blackness is a celebration of celibacy, a denial of a flirtatiousness that will plunge me into negotiations of my identity for a shameful belonging. This blackness is a fuming and a raging of what I can only recount through a walk in the place where echoes will not be accounted for anger. A walk into a place of possession where denial is received for an applaud. This blackness is a remembrance of the dispossession that has broken my voice, broken but recoverable through the sipping of corn wine or palm wine or hot spice concoction served in perforated gourds. The futility of my recovery is a pleasure to them whose chains continue to hold me in hostage. but a thankful ritual to them whose invisible hands and fingers give covering to the perforated gourds. This blackness is a struggle to suppress the high pitch of my voice, and attack to contain the raining of salted water through the many blinking. This blackness is a come too quickly to a party and a leaving too late after the drums have summoned my soul to a shuffling of feet and throwing of my hips to inflict torture to those who yearn to see into my soul. This blackness is a ritual of appreciation to the lands that have soaked blood and salted water that contained and rain heavy as torrent. This blackness is a commemoration of the survival that is surviving. This blackness is a liquidation of all that caused me to deny the self when the self is tired. This blackness is a liberation not of the schnapp that brokered my trading. This blackness is the tears that journeyed from that which is velvety to the hitting of the grounds. This blackness is the gateway to the land where my people are surviving at the cost of my existence. This blackness is the assemblage of those whose fighting is legitimate for a doing. This blackness is the appellation of features and fixtures that belong to the other side of the river, still and calm. This blackness is a call to do nothing today. Remember what was done yesterday and the days before yesterday's yesterday. This blackness is not an apology. A doing for such is a resistance of our being, a resistance we will not resist against, even for a threat of death. This blackness is unapologetic. We will not say sorry, are not sorry, I am not sorry. Each one of us here today are not sorry for being black. I am not sorry for being black. This blackness is a fulfillment of an allegiance of our existence to our ancestors, to keep thriving even when the strength left is to say no to the last of our eradication. This blackness is a love letter to those whose blood boil at the sight of enduring resilience. This blackness is blackness. This blackness is the recognition of the strategic genocide ongoing, femicide ongoing. This blackness is a hoot at the oppressive forces that has kept us on survival mode. This blackness is a call to sympathy. Those bodies glazed not with sugar, but with the blood, ancient blood that was spilled, streams of endless fountains. This blackness is the awareness of the overt need for tokenism, for a little blackness has become the normative approach to cashing out a note, says the girl standing here today, EDI. This blackness is a burden I carry everywhere I go. Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail, for sharing the burden of your blackness. And I think there are many people here who would share in it with you. Another round of applause for Abigail, please. Hey, but Abigail, you said that you couldn't write, and this is what you wrote. So if you could write in your normal self, then what would you have written? I think that deserves one more round of applause. Thank you. Now, I'm calling a gentleman. He's a very handsome gentleman, and he's all the way from Ireland. Stephen James Smith takes the stage next. Please, we can do better than that. The Ghanaians here, show your Ghanaian hospitality. What is that clap?
Thanks very much. You must need your prescriptions to be fixed there if you think I'm a handsome devil, but sure, thanks very much anyway. It's lovely to be here. It's my first time in Ghana, so it is, but My second time in Africa. I've been here for 3 weeks now, and I've had a remarkable experience. I'm very lucky to be here, and I'm here for a few more days. And my friend, who's Nigerian but lives in Ghana, took me to church today, which was a great experience as well. So, yeah, I was the only white man there, as you could probably gather, but it was a good thing for me, so it was. She's been trying to save my soul for 18 years. I don't think there's any saving me, unfortunately. But well done, Abigail. I'm delighted you got up to do that piece as well, and because we've shared ice cream the past couple of days and had little chats, and I didn't expect that, and it was a remarkable piece, and it's a hard one to follow, so it is, but I'm delighted you shared it. But I'm going to share a poem about where I'm from, so I'm going to be really condescending. I apologise for that. I'm going to say you won't understand all the references, okay? But what you will understand is wherever you're from, you love that place and you hate that place. It's the same for everywhere. I love Dublin, it's where I'm from, but it frustrates me all the time. And I've had a great time here in Accra, and there's so many gorgeous things, and I'm sure there's things that frustrate you as well about it. But I'll just do this poem called Dublin You Are, and thanks again. And a special round of applause, I feel, for all the volunteers that make it possible. When I was leaving late last night, I saw Martin kind of giving the guys a bit of a pep talk, and there must have been about 40 volunteers there, which is really impressive. And they collected me from the airport when I was slightly grumpy. They just cheered me right up. So I'll say this poem for all the volunteers that make things happen. So it goes like this. I do have it in my brain, but just in case, I'll have this. Here we go. Dublin. You are grey brick upon brick full of tarmac and hipster pricks, just face it. All other places pale in comparison, you are more than some former Saxon garrison, Dublin. Your warmth came too late for John Corrie, Dublin. Are you even sorry, Dublin? You're divided by more than the Liffey. You said yes to equality, it's about blooming time, yet Dublin, you always proclaim to cherish all Dublin. Your panties are on Capel Street, compromising any papal feats, Dublin. Jedward, awkward, Dublin. You're more than a settlement on the Poddle, but Dublin, what's the crack with coddle? It's shite. Why don't you just admit it, Dublin? You brought back Sam again. When did you go from the clash of the Ash to exchange and goal for cash, Dublin? Dublin, Oblina, Balya Áha Clia, and 180 other tongues your citizens are using to name you, so cade me to fault you to all. Dublin, where the power is held by too few in the Dáil, Dublin. When will you revolt again? 1988 wasn't your true millennium, despite the 50p's in milk bottles, Dublin, you're mine, but I'm happy to share you, Dublin. From RTE, TCD, UCD, U2, SIP2, IFSC, and acrimonious Tembabar STDs, ODs, 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 and OMGs. No longer the second city. Yet you play second fiddle to Google and Guinness to Facebook and on social twits. Dublin, look at yourself. Your tower blocks and tenements are an excuse for a solution. Dublin, come here to tell you more than rapid dirt birds and banjacks, bowsies and alright story, but yeah, sure, it's all good. Jace, that skull, yeah, why go ball, you McSoy and the Lyra. Dublin, I cry for you, Dublin. You're a tough bastard. Yet you're full of the softness of all the people on your streets. Margaret Dunn dancing on O'Connell Street, the Dice Man Tom McGinty miming on Grafton Street, Pat Inglesby with his poems in Westmoreland Street, your Mollies, Malone, Ivers and Bloom. Today, Sally, Sandy Mounts in the Gospel of Kelly, Drew, McKenna, and Sheehan, the Borstal boys like Brendan Bean, to Galancer, Joyce, and Evelyn looking out to sea. Snow falling slowly on the dead in glass, Nevin, Glenn and Marquetta one strolling to Christy Brown, willfully controlling a foot to paint pictures and poems to your heroines. Brenda Fricker, the city's mother, and Maureen O'Hara, an enchanting other. Dublin, you are boom and bust, running wild and swift. Dublin, can I trust you? Dublin, your true blue is Harry Clark's cobalt. Dublin, my thin Lizzie dicey Roddy to a floozy in a jacuzzi, God-fearing. Dublin, shooting down Veronica Gear, and Dublin, your bang bang. 40 coats, Zosimus, a blind street pole. Dublin, you are all of us, and all who are yet to come. So let's go to the grave digs on the point, Dublin. Remember Stardust and all your waltzing lovers. Big Jim's arms are outstretched to us, and people yet Arby under the thumb again, Dublin. Your GPO columns are scarred from the crackle of gunshots, Dublin. Your CCTV will never yield your essence like the shots of Arthur Field's man on bridge. You are the poolbeg towers and the poor showers begging on Bachelor's Walk. Dublin, you're all talk. yet you have my attention. From Robbie Keane to Paul and me in Dublin's calling, ooh, Paul McGrath while some say up the Ra Dublin. Bridging gaps with Joyce and Beckett and finally to Rosie Hackett Dublin. Paddy Finnegan was forced to sell the big issue on your streets while Daffodil Mulligan was played the bear on beats. Dublin, you say delish. Dublin, you're full of the Polish and Brazilian speaking Portuguese, and now the Chinese have turned Parnell Street into Chinatown. Dublin, don't let them down. Dublin, don't forget. No blacks, no dogs, no Irish. Dublin perish the thought of you being racist. Dublin Cucullin has fled the GPO and has Henny Vermonto. Dublin your bay in braces. Despite the Sellafield Sea, your mountains frame all your natural beauty. Dublin, the whaling banshee stricken with TB. Dublin, you're European, but you could be Craggy Island in disguise. Gabriel Conroy is heading west because of an epiphany. Just saying, Dublin, you only painted your post boxes green. Is the Abbey doing all you dreamed? Dublin, you're notorious for clampers, senators and seagulls, to Celtic tigers and septic tanks, to singing high kings and rampaging Vikings. Dublin, come here. Take me for a Teddy's and a romantic stroll in with a peer. Dublin, you're a dancing place. A sprawling space of villages and many faces on the edge of an island that's been eroded by the Atlantic, battling with being romanticised. Dublin, are you dynamic? Struggling with identity. Changing for the better. Changing for us. Don't be scared to change. Don't be scared. We're with you. Always. My friend. My home, mentioned 50 times in this poem. We live in you, with you, my city, my Cree. I love you. Most of the time, you see, Dublin, you are me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen James Smith, who says that me saying is handsome is just injecting some adjectives in there. Thank you so much. All the way from Ireland. I think we can do one more round of applause for him. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're winding down, but when I introduced myself, I didn't say that I'm also a poet. So I'm a poet and I'm an author. I am also a media practitioner and I'm a cultural curator. And I'm going to share a piece before I invite the last two acts up here. I'm also short. Now, I'm reading from my new collection, The Gospel According to Adulting. And it's my third collection, 73 pieces of poetry that I believe sort of kind of documents the adulthood experience. So I say that for those who are promised that adulthood would be a prize, but not scam. For those who are promised that would be a prize, but all you've received from being an adult is a series of riddles, no clear answers, and often your moments feel like a curse. So from grief to love to the happy times and the deepest of the lows, everything is there. So I'm reading from a section of the book called Sacred Selves. And this particular piece is titled The Book of Ghost Cries. So every one of the 73 pieces of poetry in here begins with the book of, because it's mimicking the gospel. All right, so this is the Book of Ghost Cries. Her body, our ache. There is a room in our home which is painted yellow, still smelling of fresh gloss and moist longing. We do not enter it anymore. Not because we've decided not to, but because it hurts too much to look at it. My body is a map of everything that I have tried. Injections bruising my thighs, hormones swelling my chest up until I can't sleep, herbs brewed dark and bitter in clay pots, gulped at dawn like salvation, and still no child. I am told to be patient, to pray more, to relax. It will happen. But what do you do when your womb becomes a whisper instead of a song? What could possibly you do when your monthly blood feels like a funeral again and again and again? I cannot tell if I'm a grieving person or if I'm grieving myself. Sometimes I catch my husband watching me as if I'm the glass that he should not touch and that he does not know how to carry. He doesn't speak of that room anymore. He jokes less. He touches me like I might shatter at any moment. We've stopped going to baby showers. We lie when people ask and smile when our parents sigh. We pretend to be okay. But in the night, he reaches for my back, and then I know he's mourning too. Differently, silently. We've become a couple held together by what hasn't arrived. His body, our ache. I watched the doctor clear his throat before he said it, as if my manhood could be preserved in the gentleness of his voice. And this doctor looked me in the eye and said, "No motility, low sperm count. You may not." 3 words, you may not. And suddenly, I wasn't enough of a man. I laughed, loud and careless, until I got home and couldn't speak. Until my wife touched my shoulder and I jerked away because her hand was fire and it burnt me. How do you hold a woman who cries into her lap at midnight because your body forgot how to make life? How do you explain the shame that seeps into your skin when your father asks, "When are you going to give me a grandson?" We stopped trying, then we started again. We tried the herbs, we tried the heat, we tried the hope, and every day I watched her count the days while I counted the costs, sperm analysis, IVF, the price of trying to be normal. She says she still loves me. She insists that it isn't my fault. But when she looks at children, something in her face breaks open. And I know, even if she never says it, I know that I am the one who made her a mother only in waiting. And so I cry in the car with the engine running, the radio is off. Then it's just the sound of my own breath and the ghost of cries, which I will never hear. Sometimes we stand in the hallway, facing the door of the room that we built, that yellow room. We do not speak. There's no need to. The crib is still wrapped in plastic. The curtains are still folded. The walls are still humming with lullabies that were never sung. We do not know how to mourn something that never came. But we do mourn every month, every time someone says, "It is well," like Ghanaians say, "It is well." How can it be well? Every time the doctor calls back with news that it is not really news. We hold hands in the dark now, not because we are okay, but because this is how we are able to remember that we are still here, that we are still two together. We are still waiting in a house that carries the sound of ghost cries that are locked up in a yellow room. Thank you. Okay, I'll do one more. Now, this one it's a very sensual poem. And it's from a new collection that I'm writing. And I started writing it. I did a soft launch for this book in Barbados a couple of months ago. I'll do the big one in Ghana in December. Yeah, has to be back home. But while I was there, I started writing. And the title of that particular book is My Grandmother's Ghost Lives in Barbados. And it's because every time I would see somebody who looks like an auntie, a cousin, and then they start speaking, and then you hear the Bayesian accent, and you know they're not Ghanaian. But in this book, there's also a section for love, because I was seeing a lot of love. And so this is titled, Can We Make Love in Art? Can we make love in art? Not with our bodies alone, but with the hunger that leaks from every silence, which nervously sits between us. The kind of hunger that makes restraint feel cruel. Let me be your canvas. Let your hands be my brush, your fingers dragging color into me until I am nothing but stroke and strokes. And you are nothing but an aroused painter, your touch thick, deliberate, spreading me open in shades that no one has ever seen before. Let us blur the lines and smear boundaries until we cannot tell skin from oil, breath from ink, orgasm from prayer. Can we make love in rhythm? Your mouth is a drum on my skin. My sighs, the chorus that rises, breaks, returns again, a song that neither of us can stop singing and hearing, even when our throats collapse. And can we make love in sculpture? My body is the clay in your hands. Yours is the chisel that reveals what I never dared to name. Every carve is a moan, and every strike is a surrender. And then can we make love in words? Each kiss is a syllable, each gasp is a stanza, each cry is a poem, which we have been writing in secret, the one poem that is too dangerous to recite out loud. And I will shine here, because writing is my dominion. I will name our fire and set it down in a blaze in ink, so that even centuries from now, our desire will still be burning on that page. And can we make love and dance? You, choreographer of my trembling. Every gesture my command, every lift is my surrender. Let my hips follow your steps, let my spine bend to your rhythm, until our bodies write a choreography that the world is not ready to witness. And here you shine, master of movement, king sculptor of rhythm. Your body would be the score and mine would transform to become the stage, which you will transform with every step. I burn, I break, I overflow. I want you to take me past language, past flesh, past restraint, until the only thing left of us is creation itself. So yes, let's make love in art, so that when the world ends, it will find us trembling, breathless, undone in the masterpiece that we could and would have made of each other. Thank you. Thank you very much. And on that note, oh, you're so clap. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But, you know, the act that is coming up next, you know, she's a tough act to come before. So if you're clapping, I'm kind of happy. And she was clapping too. Philippa de Villis, all the way from South Africa, needs no introduction. A matriarch in her own right, also a goddess of the written word and the spoken word. One more round of applause.
So much soul in Ghana. I'm so happy to be home in Ghana. Home! This is where we became Africa. We kicked them out. We were like, hey, we're here. We're here. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for our Irish brother, you know. I mean, this year, South Africa made us proud, right? Because of the ICJ case, right? I felt proud of my country. I'm sorry to say, I don't always feel proud, but I felt proud. And Ireland was there with us. Please put your hands together for Ireland. So many great poets come from Ireland because of that 4-letter word, care. Care. That's what we're here to do, right? Is to make people care, right? That's all we can do. We can just do what we can do. So this is a little poem. That's a silly little poem. And I don't know if there's anyone here still from Suriname. Yeah, hello. So thank you so much. So ek gaan 'n bietjie Afrikaans praat. Miskien gaan julle hoor wat ek sê. Ek is die vrou wat voor die muurspieël staan. My vleis 'n paradys van sagte cellulite. Dis Vrydag aand en ek trek aan 'n glimlag that's a bit too tight. Ek roer en ek roer en ek roer en ek roer. Speaking of coffee, I'm mulatto caffeine. I'll sing you off to sleep and chuck a full bucket of water over your dreams. You know, I am what I am and ek is wat ek is. I can share a couple of stories with you if you listen, you know, because ek was eens die sweetest cherry this side of Olifantsfontein. If I could just get into these jeans, damn it, I'll remember what it is to be 18. Thank you. Thank you. So I am still waiting to write the poem about Ghana because my father is from Ghana. My father is Ghanaian. So every time I come here, that's why I say I'm coming home. But it's almost like Ghana is like Cuba because it is the sound of freedom. It's something in our DNA. It's something about pride. It's something about our deepest humanity. And so thank you so much, Peja, for the work that you do, for the culture that you're creating, and the young people that you're bringing to life. Nana, Mama is falling asleep. She's so tired. It'll be over soon. Thank you so much. And for all the friends that we've met, you know, and the contacts that we've made. I just want to be Nigerian, but yeah, I'll be myself. So thank you so much. This is a new poem. I was hoping that there would be a drama, but who knows what will happen with this poem. We learn to love from those who love us, if we learn at all. The patience of their eyes caress, the firm hand on a bleeding wound, the long after midnight ears, listening as a lake listens to moonlight, holds its light on its surface, and even in darkness returns the favor of beauty. When love faces you with the mirror of your unspoken pain, you're alone, together, for a moment, swelling to eternity. What is never born can never die, but lives as fingers slapping at drums, tough and tender skin, coaxing out a sound from a place beyond sound, Earth's heartbeat, echoing on and on and on and on, and under every fragment of our capacity for wonder, my brew, our fostered friendship lives like you, unassuming, resurrection bush dry, but ready to burst into green the next time we meet our eyes in laughter. Thank you very much, and safe travels.
Thank you, Philippa de Villiers, all the way from South Africa, which she loves sometimes and doesn't sometimes. Thank you. Thank you. Now we have one last act for the night. So round of applause for this last act. From Ghana, we have the Verbal Transformers. I know they don't shapeshift or anything like that, but their words can do things to you. So round of applause, Verbal Transformers.
All right, so it was supposed to be a collaborative piece for here to share, but some had to leave, catch flights and all. So just enjoy this in closing. I've heard people speak about love. I've heard them speak about technology failing. So let me just do this like a freestyle and mix. So it will be a mixture, right? Have you ever paused a second in life to actually think of this very word? L-O-V-E, love. Have you? No, you're looking right at me. Have you? Have you? Okay, if not, just take few seconds to do that. But you know, because we time bounded here, I would like to continue. But sincerely, most of you in accent, right in your mind, you are multitasking. Because maybe you've not seen anyone who could show you love with great passion, just like the heart of the world craves for the latest fashion, even beyond the oceans. So maybe to you, yes, to you, you think love is wicked. It doesn't see anything good because it's blind. Because maybe for a while in your heart, you traveled a mile for a guy called Sly, who you never told a lie. But this guy rather fell for your friend's biological pie. By this very friend of yours who lost their pride and never thought a second of it to hide. So to you, you think love is so raw and pierces the heart right to its core. But listen here, love is light. When shown eradicates totally the darkness in the lives of people, love actually looks around and sees to the needs of people. So I say love isn't self-centered. Love is God. Love is kind. Love never envies. Love is you. But you know one thing? Love also goes with something very cool because it's rhythmic. It gladdens the hearts of people. So I would like to match this. Music, 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 music. But music, music, if you're a lover of TV3, you know music, music. You see, in life, everything has sound codes. Not only the ones we hear on our roads. But to humans, there are two sounds varying in frequencies, irrespective of our currencies, even far off overseas. There are just two sounds varying in frequencies, and these are noise and music. While noise is unpleasant to the ear, music we all want to hear, but listen here. Music has specific codes. So when air penetrates the auditory canal of every mammal right to its soul, just like a narrow mat arrow as fine as a wooden pole released from a strong bow right to its designated hole, music achieves its goal, right? You see, there are various kinds of music, of which some are monophonic, melodic, and symphonic. Music is harmonic, not forgetting it's rhythmic. That is to say, it can be either slow or fast as compared to those composed presently or in the past. So it really matters what kind of music you are listening to. Because music actually creates a specific hit in your system by its pleasant or crazy beat. You see, maybe I find a creative called Ama on the piano, blending the black and white keys. Ubeti den. Missy, ubeti den. And that Ama piano, ubeti den. Ubeti ininani. That is how it is. Then technology just tried to do something with us, and as I exit, you see, do not judge me by my appearance, because amongst all of you, I may be the youngest, but wisdom is irrespective of age. So casting my mind deep into centuries, I clearly remember because my memory ain't among the weakest. I hear the voices of our ancestors cheering us on for how far we've come. Anyeme, we've come far, and we'll definitely go far. I clearly hear the voices of our ancestors, and this reminds me of how back then our forebears were summoned under the great baobab tree, the great iroko tree, or whatsoever tree you want to name it. Do you have a name? Yeah, go ahead and name it. What? The great echo tree, and they sip cold palm wine that sets coldness down the spine. They brooded over the many issues of the land, for they were the ones who would actually bring lasting solutions to the problems of our motherland. Then I also hear the voices of our grandparents, our grandmothers, singing folk songs and making sweet melodies in their hearts as they gather together, the young ones, the youth by the fireside, to tell them stories, tales of our bedland. And that is one thing Pija seeks to do, to bring us all together. Unfortunately, there is no fire, so we can sit by its side. But there is a screen, and that is technology aiding us. So we connect. So as I leave, I will be gone. But these are seeds I'm sowing in you. So when you see empty chairs, make it your responsibility to amplify the messages I just communicated to you. Let these seeds blossom in you, and let the precious and lasting fruits be something you will share with others. I will be gone, not for long. But just like Daddy Duma said, Onudia wakramo, may his soul rest in peace. But me, thank you.
Thank you, Albert from Verbal Transformers. One more big round of applause because we have successfully come to the end of, first of all, Live Across Africa 2025, but also the Peja Literary Festival, a literary festival in Accra 2025. And I will be handing the mic over very shortly to Dr. Martin Egbobe, who is going to do an official closing goodbye. And, you know, a thank you, really, for all of you being here. So as he comes, I am signing out. My name is Apioko. I'm the Royal Town Crier, the queen of my poetic woman queendom. I'm the goddess of African savannas, jungles, rivers, and oceans. I am the lioness, I am the tigress, and I am the Ghanaian mermaid. I'm the matriarch of modern poetic nations. I am poetry incarnate. My pen fears no sword, no man, no woman, no beast, no plague. Forget the muse, for I am the muse.
Well, thank you very much, Apioko. I can't match that energy for sure. Well, so once again, we've come to the end of another Peja Festival. And and as always, I mount the stage to say final thank yous and to share a few comments just before we bid farewell to everybody. So I will shortly be inviting my co-directors up on stage, and I'm not going to take too much of your time because you've been with us for the past 3 days and really appreciate the time you spent with us. The first thing I would like to say, of course, is thank you very much for being here. I really hope that you have had a good time, and of course, from an organizational perspective, I have to admit that sitting in my little office trying to put together and make sure the schedules work, a few things did come to light immediately. And so first I have to mention that we did notice the difficulties with the schedule, and it is in order for me to apologize for all the mix-ups in the schedules, the sessions that we were not able to bring forward on time, and the ones that we had to cancel, and in general, the difficulties we had with the schedules. These were noted, and of course, we are growing. This is the 9th edition, but I really feel that there's a lot to learn, and this has been a great learning experience for us. It also has been one of the best attended festival sessions, and so, yeah. Of course, it's been challenging, but we feel that every challenge surmounted brings new opportunities. And so we actually are looking forward to 2026, the 10th anniversary, as something we'll make happen and make happen very well. And many things make this year's festival very special. And the first I'm going to mention is the collaboration we've had with Bradford UK City of Culture 2025. And this is because I believe in opportunities that actually look forward and birth bigger opportunities. And I am very happy to note that the Wandering Imaginations project has led to new writing. And we have 2 Ghanaian writers in collaboration with 2 English writers bringing forth new work on fantasy fiction. For us as Ghanaians, I think that fantasy is so much a part of our lives that when we write about it, it doesn't look different. But because magic is embedded in the fabric of society. But we now have a lot of energy, a lot of young people who are venturing into fantasy writing. And I have to acknowledge the fact that Wandering Imaginations actually is a leap forward, because we now have two people who have written in fantasy fiction in collaboration with two other writers, and the collaborations and networking opportunities that this brings forward can only be imagined, really. So this is something that I feel is very good about this festival. And then also, I would like to acknowledge the support of our sponsors, and we try to make sure that every event in this festival is free to attend, because we really believe in the power of literature and bringing people together. But free to attend doesn't mean free to create. And so our partners who have supported us, we really have to say thank you to them. They are very many, and I really just want to quickly look at this program I mentioned them. We actually have the Netherlands Embassy to Ghana, and we have to acknowledge them. You've seen the performances of Babgons, and then also the reading by Raoul de Jong, author of Jaguar Man, and many of the other people who came, Thessalucius film, etc. That came because the Netherlands Embassy supported the festival and made it possible to bring these writers and filmmakers into the festival. I would also want to acknowledge, of course, the European Union delegation to Ghana. They played no small role in making sure that this festival comes to you, and also sponsored several writers to attend. And you may have noticed Kosi Embry, who came from Italy. He did a reading. He's a medical doctor. I really appreciate that. And also, if you were here for the South African Inkaba Theatre performance with the two South African theatre performers, that also came about because the EU sponsored them, and we really appreciate the EU delegation sponsorship. I was here to observe Stephen James Smith. I was standing there, and I saw the passion which he put into his poetry performance. Now, the Irish ambassador to Nigeria and Ghana, through Creative Ireland, was able to bring in some performers from Ireland, one of whom was Stephen James Smith. And I do want to acknowledge Creative Ireland for supporting Pija this year as well. And we also had a number of Ghanaian businesses chipping in their support. I want to acknowledge Kimo Ghana Limited, Brave Hearts Expeditions, Vidya Bookstores, and there's this company in Germany called Merge Labs, who are working on scheduling solutions. And so in two ways, we use them and they used us because they are developing this app, a scheduling app for large events. And so we collaborated with them to try and bring forward our scheduling solutions. Of course, there are many things to learn from there, because I understand until you click on an event, you don't know where it's happening, etc., etc. But we think that Merge Labs brought in a really good solution for us. We're struggling with how to do scheduling properly, and hopefully we can go forward with them to bring better solutions. We've actually learned a lot from what we've had. This evening I actually had an email from them saying, how did your events go? How did the scheduling solutions go? And I'm going to reply to them, what went wrong, what went right, yes. And then we would like to acknowledge our media sponsors, that's Joy News. We've also had support from Channel 1 TV, City FM, Metro TV, the Ghana News Agency, and many others. I must admit that I haven't covered all grounds. There are people who actually supported. There are silent sponsors who just dumped some money into the festival and said, don't say it's us. And I want to thank them especially for doing that. Now, it's been a lot of work, but it's happened because we've had volunteers, and they have done the heavy lifting. Every single one of them has actually contributed to making this festival happen. And if it's reached this stage, it's because all the 45 young people who contributed their time really worked for it. I want to acknowledge every single one of them. So they are the ones who've moved the chairs, who've made sure the places are set up, who've stood on their feet, who've made sure the food works. Everything that has happened is due to them. We'll be calling them up. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. You've made it happen. And finally, I want to introduce Elizabeth Johnson. She's the festival manager. So, usually the heat migrates from her to me. So, so we share the heat. And I want to ask her to come, say a few words, introduce the volunteers, and then we can call it a night. Elizabeth, please come up.
Thank you, Martin. I don't really do well with things like this, but I'm very happy to dedicate my time to putting this program together. I think it's one of the best things that I really enjoy. So thank you all for making our labor a very big success. We really appreciate it. I want to say something on behalf of the director of the Goethe Institute. He is away on work assignment, and so I also work here, so I have to do this or else I'll be slaughtered. So on behalf of Max Reutzger, we really had fun opening our doors to you, and we really hope that you take away with you the care and attention and thoughtfulness that went into putting this festival together with the Writers Guild of Ghana. And now back to my festival management role. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and it never feels easy. It's not an easy task, but I'm happy to be working with the directors of the Writers Guild of Ghana, who also really chisel me well to deliver. And of course, my work would not be complete without the volunteers, and so thank you so much for holding me down even when I break, because there are times that the pressure is so much and then they just say, you know what, we'll handle it, especially James and Kofi and Ewanam, my right-hand man. So thank you especially to the three of you. I also want to give a special thank you to all the food vendors who have fed us for the past 4 days, 4 nights. And so even though they are not here, well, we have one here, that is the kitchen just opened in the Goethe Institute. So thank you so much for holding us down at the festival. We couldn't have done this without you. And to our sound and videography team, thank you so much for all you have done, for taking the heat and for being quick to fix everything. A very big special thank you to Prince Kujo, who is the technical manager here at the Goethe Institute. He dedicated his weekend to us as well, and we did not take it lightly at all. Yeah, I know I may be missing a few names, I apologize, but because of time, I really would want to call on all the 45 volunteers, if they are still here. Please come join me on stage. I will try to mention all your names, but please join me here on stage. Please, be coming, be coming, be coming. I'll open it and mention your names, please. Join us, join us. We had 45 young, passionate volunteers join us from all over Ghana, dedicating their time and efforts into making this festival possible, to picking up our guests, to making sure the food is ready and served, to making sure the sound is working, video, pickups, everything. So we really want to thank you all. Let me see if I can find the list. There are two people who are missing here, and I'd like to call the director, the co-director, Director of Ghana, Mamle Kabu, to join us on stage. And Nana Yao, please, wherever you are, please come and join us on stage as well. So we really have enjoyed hosting you, and please, next year we'll be 10, and it's going to be a very big celebration. So look out for Peja 2026. Back to you, Martin.
Thank you very much. Mamle Kabo Nanaya Osapon. Mamle is here. Please come forward. No, she's otherwise she's coming forward. So my two co-directors of the Writers Project of Ghana, Mamle Kabo Nanaya Osapon. It's always easier when the burden is shared, and so these are the two other heads who have been taking the burden as well. So this is the entire team. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Martin.
Okay, so yes. So I mean, Mamle has reminded me of all the supporters are many, and so there are two that I haven't mentioned. There's Dot Ateliers, which is an art studio. So they came in to support this time around with space, and also C. Wellman Ghana Limited. The festival is growing, and next year, FCA, of course. FCA, where are FCA? Okay, we had sessions at the Foundation of Contemporary Art. They are artists, and so I think that they have their ways. but they are part organizers of the festival. Adwa, please. Okay, Adwa, Bernard, Akweja. Bernard, are you there? Okay. Please come up for the picture. And I really want them to be in the picture, because anytime I look at the photos from the past picture, we always look like a rock band that didn't quite make it. So I really want them to be in the photo. We've also had the National Ambulance Service. They've been providing first aid, and then there's an ambulance on standby. Hopefully nobody had to use them. One thing Elizabeth didn't mention when she spoke about those who provided the food was that they also provided a beer, which I hope has made everybody happy. But finally, we are going to take that photo. We hope we don't look too bad in the next year's edition. But for those who are traveling far by flight, by road, etc., we really wish you all the best. Have a safe flight. Next year, 2026, we are going to be 10 years. We expect it's going to be bigger. You are always welcome to Peja again. I don't know, anybody else have? Okay, so let's call it a night. Thank you, and let's have the photo. Okay, thank you. Good night.